Okay, so we're going to have a look around the beautiful Princess Sabeeka Park now, and there's a playground over here, which is... This whole park was opened just after I arrived here in 2010, and it's you know, grown and become more beautiful as time has gone on, because back then all the plants were just planted. Now they're fully grown. It's a beautiful place to come and sit and have a picnic or a cup of coffee or play with your kids. There's a beautiful lake down here, so let's go down and have a look at the lake. It was great to catch up with my good friend Hanny, who runs the park. So this area here is normally filled lake with fountains and lights. So the park has many date palms in it, and when the dates all bear fruit, the dates are all harvested and then boxed up, and every employee in BAPCO gets a box of fresh dates from Princess Sabeeka Park once each year. There's also in the park a lot of exercise machines as well, and the whole idea is about people's fitness and well-being, and you know, so that the employees could have somewhere where they could come after working. And over here are the Awali park doves. There's also lots of other little birds here. This one you can maybe just see on this first tree, and the back tree, there's two of them, are called bulbul. And my Filipino friends will now be laughing, because bulbul means something altogether different in Tagalog, but it's the name of a bird here in Bahrain. So here we are in the exercise area, and Baz, my fitness instructor in Dubai, will be laughing at this one because he used to get me to do press-ups standing up. In between the palm trees over here, we have this beautiful dove house. When I was in Highness office in the park, I met the guy that used to run the post office, and he said to me, "Oh, I saw you around filming. Why didn't you come and film the post office?" And I said, "Well, I was taking film of things that have changed over the years. The post office just hasn't changed since 1935." And he laughed. And this is another building that hasn't changed in the last 30 or more years, the library. And then at the end is Esquire's coffee shop, which they built because it's safe and secure here in Awali, and it backs onto the park. So there's a little garden on the other side where you can sit and have a cup of coffee. There's normally water here. It runs down over this wall and then down through all these stones, down to the lake, and then where the fountains are at the bottom. Unfortunately, a little boy was left by his parents here on one of the family fun days a long time ago now, and he fell into the water. Luckily someone managed to pull him out, and so ever since then they've been very wary about the water and unattended children. So this is the foundation stone laid by Princess Sabeeka, the wife of the King of Bahrain, on the 21st of May 2010, which is when the park was officially opened, and I remember being here on that day. Another happy memory for me today as I reached 4,191 steps. My target is 5,000 each day. So doing very well. Just a little bit further to walk and we haven't quite finished the park yet. I'm going to take you over here now and show you the cricket pitch, which we saw from the other side. So this is where they hold the outdoor functions, many of the well-being events, and also VIP events like they're having here tomorrow. This is kitted out with lighting, speakers, and they bring in tables and chairs from the BAPCO club and have big banners for the events. And so imagine the scene. It's 2010, the park has just opened, and I decided that I was going to come and sit in the park, the most beautiful new park, watch the cricket and read the newspaper. And back in those days, I say it like I don't do it anymore. Back in those days I used to wear thin cotton shorts. And I sat on this very concrete bench right here watching the cricket match which was taking place over here. And of course what I'd forgotten was the fact that it's 50 degrees in the summer in Bahrain and the heat had been absorbed by the concrete, and as I sat here it worked its way through the thin cotton material to my bottom and then started roasting it like a roast chicken in an oven. This fine, beautiful horse here in the Princess Sabeeka Park in Awali was once outside the BAPCO club. So BAPCO has always been an environmentally conscious company, hence having this environmental park. And at the end of this beautiful walkway here is a energy conservation unit, we'll call it. They have a big solar panel. There's solar panels all around Awali now, but this was one of the first. And there's a windmill up on the top of the building, and there's a big illuminated sign with numbers on, you'll see in a minute, which shows you how much electricity has been generated by the windmill and by the solar panel, and that's used to power this building down here. So this building is, quite historical in the way that it's been put together with the old-fashioned windows and the old-fashioned doors. One of my favourite photos is of me with a BAPCO company car just parked outside here, having managed to defy all the rules and get into the special VIP area of the park. Well, that's it. Our visit to Princess Sabeeka Park in Awali is nearly over. The Bahrain flag is flying, fluttering, I should say, proudly. The guys have finished their work fixing the lights and are dismantling the scaffolding. And we're just going to show you the couple of signs that tell you all about the opening of the park back in 2010 during the prosperous reign of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, who is the King of Bahrain, who still is, and Her Royal Highness Princess Sabeeka bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, the wife of the King of Bahrain and President of the Supreme Council for Women, and she graciously inaugurated this park on the 21st of February 2010. Neil Porter arrived in Bahrain on the 14th of February 2010, exactly 11 years ago. So I was here on this important day. So this is the story of the park. They promised that they'd build a park on 21st of May 2009. They started work on the 12th of October 2009. There was a cinema on this side, the Dolman Cinema, that had to be taken down first. Then they built the park, and obviously they had to lay all the pipes underground for the water and the lake and the fountains. It took them 132 days, 15 hours and 30 minutes to complete the park, and they didn't have any accidents during that time, so it was a very managed project by then General Manager Hussein Ansari, and it was delivered on the 21st of February 2010. It had to be delivered on the 21st of February because that's when Princess Sabeeka was coming to open the park.